So yeah, you see the picture in the thumbnail. You probably see it up here. But this is just, this timing that I went through, it's ridiculous. 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 10 seconds just to clear up something that apparently really wasn't my fault. I mean, yeah, it was kind of my fault when I, selected the wrong answer when I was filling out my unemployment form, my bi-weekly unemployment form, till I could get my payments. But apparently, according to the person I talked to, I didn't do nothing wrong. Apparently, according to them, it's the programming that was slowing it down. And this basically backs up what a lot of people, mostly state politicians, have been saying. That the programming is outdated and it needs to be updated. Because it doesn't matter whether or not, let's say, EDD is short-staffed, and that's what's causing the long delays in people getting, the claims taken care of, or getting any issues, worked out, fixed, debugged. When it comes to trying to get their payments so they can pay the bills, they can get groceries and stuff like that. It's when you don't have programming or software that's up to snuff to be able to get this done, then that doesn't look good on your part, and you're bound to deal with delays like this. Now you might say, oh, well, they were dealing with other customers. Well, of course they were, but here's the thing. Even if they were dealing with 1,000 more customers ahead of me, updated software helps quicken that almost like that to about 15-30 minutes, not nearly 3 hours. So now I can understand and see exactly what people are talking about. It's the fact that the people at the EDD are doing the best they can, but the software they're using is not up to standard. And even if they're working from home, they got to still use that same kind of software because that's what's recommended to get these claims and cases moved forward and give them any kind of progression to allow people to get those payments that they need possibly down the line. But the point of the matter is this. If the programming in the software, as I've experienced, and the guy told me this himself over the phone, if that is the legit reasoning, then if I'm the EDD, if I'm the state government, then I do what I can to update that software, get it up to par, so that even with thousands, if not millions of cases coming in by the moment, you will have updated software to get the job done faster and quicker than 2 hours and 52 minutes. Nearly 3 hours. Nearly 3 hours I had to wait. Now I know a lot of people will say, well, Brian, I've heard people have had to wait longer than that. And you know what? I believe it. I believe people have had to wait longer than I had. And again, it all has to deal with the outdated EDD software that's used to basically process the claims, aims, and all that to get the payments out there. The EDD doesn't matter what state, it doesn't matter what state they represent. Whether it's here in California, whether it's in Kansas, whether it's in New York, whether it's in Florida, whether it's in Oklahoma, Texas, it doesn't matter. The EDD needs to have the software updated to standards that will get the job done quicker. I mean, I can only imagine what the EDD, how backed up they could be in a state like Florida or a state like Texas or New York. All because the software is not updated and not up to par. And this has to be remedied. We can blame the staff all we want. And yeah, maybe the staff does deserve a bit of, of the blame. Maybe they do. But here's the thing. The only reason they deserve part of the blame is because they're utilizing software that's outdated. I mean, when you have state politicians in your state coming out and saying, yeah, they need to update that software, and basically pointing to it as being a reason for delays, then maybe it's time you update that software. Maybe it's time you update it. You give a message out and say, hey, we're going to do a maintenance check on this, and this maintenance check is going to update the software so that you get your claims faster. But this number here for me is ridiculous. This number here for anybody is ridiculous. A number larger than that, or an hour more than, or add an hour to that, is ridiculous. Anything that's 3 to 4 hours is ridiculous. Anything that's to 6 hours is ridiculous. I mean, look, I appreciate and respect that they're doing the best they can. That being the people that help try to get these claims pushed forward, help get these issues, ironed out so you can get your money. But the thing is even they know that you shouldn't be waiting nearly 3 hours just to get your payment or just to get your issue fixed. I mean, you know what's funny? Is when I finally, 30 minutes into the time I called, the first 30 minutes, I got a hold of somebody, talked to this girl, and she said, okay, hold on, let me get you somebody. 2 hours later, I get somebody. I get the person to help fix it. I shouldn't have had to be on hold for 2 hours. Or 2 hours and 20 minutes, or whatever the case may be, to get my issue resolved. It should have just been, the girl should have been just said, okay, let me transfer you to somebody right now. And then maybe 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, I get somebody. It shouldn't take nearly almost 2 hours and 20 minutes for that to happen. And if the main reasoning for that happening is because they're backed up because the software, the programming they're using is outdated, then again, maybe it's time for the EDD, not just here in California, but in all of the US of A, all of the United States, to update itself. Maybe it's time for the people in charge overall of all the EDD in this country, of all the EDD departments in this country, to get off the keysters and basically update that software so that people can get their claims, get their claims taken care of, quicker and faster, and get any issues with their claims taken care of quicker and faster so they can get their payments a lot quicker and faster. It shouldn't take nearly 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours for anything to be resolved. And it damn sure shouldn't take waiting nearly 2 hours or 2.5 hours or 2 hours, 20 minutes on hold before you get to talk to the person that helps resolve your issue. It shouldn't take that long. What it should take on top, or at the very top, it should take 1 hour. 1 hour tops, I should say. It should take 1 hour tops. That's it. It shouldn't take nearly 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours to get something resolved. It should take 1 hour tops at most. Talk to somebody, be on hold for maybe 15 minutes to a half hour, fine. Talk to somebody, tell them what's going on, have them transfer you to the right department. 10, 15 minutes later, you're talking to somebody, and then 15 minutes after that, be done. Thus, an hour, not nearly 3 hours. An hour at tops. That's it. An hour tops. That's it. Not 3 hours, not 4 hours, or anything like that. 1 hour tops. And you wonder why. You wonder why people are frustrated. Why people get in their vehicles, and if the EDD, the closest EDD, building is in their vicinity or in their town, you wonder why people get in their vehicles, drive down to the EDD, want to get in there and get it done in person. Because they're sick and tired of this. And here's the thing. The computer is supposed to be the quicker way, right? And usually it is. But why does it take the computer on your end that you're utilizing to fill out the form and send it to them? Why is the computer the reasoning you have to wait? It shouldn't be. If it is being promoted and being pushed as a quicker way of getting your unemployment claims, taken care of, then even the teensiest, weetsiest little mistake shouldn't delay you. And if they're saying, hey, send us an email, we'll read it, we'll take care of it, whatever's addressed in the email, guess what? You shouldn't have to wait 5 to 7 days or a few weeks for that email to be answered. You should get an answer automatically. And thus get your issue resoluted right then and there. Or have resolution to your issue taken care of right then and there. Shouldn't have to wait nearly a week for an answer. Because if the computer is supposed to be quicker, prove it. They need to prove it. This is why the software and the programming that they utilize, not just here in the good old CA, but all across this great country, needs to be fixed. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be taken care of. So if I'm the people in charge overall of all of EDD across this great country, I make it a priority to update that software so that people get their claims taken care of quicker and they get their payments taken care of quicker. Because again, 2 hours, 52 minutes, 10 seconds, if not more than that, shouldn't even be in the realm of existence when it comes to wait times. The overall wait time, the overall time to take care of everything, waiting time, talking to somebody, being transferred to another, having that person take care of your issue, the longest length of time should be 1 hour tops. And that's it. That is it. Now look, I'm not going to stand here and say that when I finally got to somebody that helped me take care of this, I'm not going to say they didn't do a great job. They did. They did a tremendous job. Already it's being declared that I've been paid. Now I just got to wait several more hours, if not a day, for it to get into my, prepaid account. My prepaid card account, if you will. And I should be fine. But it shouldn't have to take this long. It shouldn't. Shouldn't have to take this long to get that all taken care of. And I'm hoping and praying that when this is all said and done and things get back to a semi-normal basis, that again, as I mentioned, the people in charge of the ED for this great country of ours get things fixed, get this software updated so that even when people do file for unemployment during the summer, when their job could be, let's say, seasonal, they can get it done quick and fast and easy and not have to worry about a damn thing. But, yeah. Apparently, what a lot of people suspect is indeed true. The software, the programming needs to be updated. And if I'm the overall U.S. EDD office, if I'm in charge of all of the EDD for this great country, I make that a priority, and I make that a priority now. But anyway, though, guys, I just wanted to come on here, kind of rant a little bit, vent a little bit of what I had to go through to successfully get things corrected. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Let me know what your thoughts are in the live chat during the premiere. Have you had to go through this recently with the EDD in your state? How long have you had to wait? When it comes to something like EDD, comment down below. Comment in the live chat if you want. And I will talk to y'all later. Stay safe. Be good. God bless. I'm out.